Feeling lost in a sea of numbers, struggling to make sense of all that data in your Excel spreadsheets? If you want to learn Microsoft Excel data analysis with pivot table, you are in the right place. There is a hero waiting to be unleashed, the mighty pivot table. In this course, I will cover Excel data analysis with pivot tables. Pivot tables are like magic wands for data analysis. They transform overwhelming datasets into clear and concise summaries you can actually understand. In just a few clicks, you can learn group your data by categories like product, region, or data, summarize with functions like sum, average, or count, filter to focus on specific areas of interest, visualize trends with charts and graphs. Imagine effortlessly analyzing sales trends across different regions, quickly identifying top-performing products or customer segments, creating insightful reports that impress your boss. Sales trends, top performance, and impressive reports. This video series will equip you with the power of pivot tables. We will show you step by step how to create, customize, and interpret these data analysis marvels. Stop drawing in data, unlock the power of pivot table, and transform yourself into a data analysis superstar. So you can use it, and if you need any help, just let me know. I can help you. Enroll now and start your journey to Excel data analysis with pivot table. Hey everyone, welcome back to our today's episode. Today we are diving into one of the most powerful features of Microsoft Excel, pivot tables. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced user, understanding the pivot tables can significantly enhance your data analysis skills. So let's step right in. Okay, so things first, let's understand the pivot table in Excel. A pivot table in a data summarizations tool used to extract or categorize information from a large data set into a more manageable and understandable format. Okay, like the step one, we will create a pivot table. And to create a pivot table, start by selecting data set you want to analyze and click any cells on your data and make sure you have the clear headers. And I just select them, navigate it, insert tips and the Excel report, and click Excel will promote here. Just click over the pivot tables, and here it is automatically select, or Excel will promote you to select the range or data you want to analyze, and here choose where you want to pivot table report to be placed. Okay, so you can choose the new worksheet or existing worksheet. So for this tutorial, I will use the new worksheet, then hit on the OK. And just like that, you have your pivot tables ready to go. And here you can see we have the blank pivot tables. And now move on with step 2, and we will organizing the data. Now let's talk about organizing data within our pivot tables. Excel allows you to drag and drop fields from your datasets into different areas of the pivot table layout, such as the rows and also the columns, values, and also the filters area. These functions, these flexibilities enable you to customize the layout and a structure of your pivot table according to your analysis requirement. Okay, so for example, let's select the cells, and it's automatically takes to our values. Now take to the categories into the here, the columns and product. I will take the rows. Okay, so once your pivot table is set up, you can start analyzing your data. So Excel provides various functions and options within the pivot tables and interface like searches. Searches, you can use this one like summarized values by the sum, count, and also the average, and also the more functions allowing you to perform calculation and or derive meaningful insight from your data set. For example, if I count as the average, so here you can see our now data is the average in there. Okay, so if you want to show up summarize values by the maximum, so here now you can see the maximum value over here. So whatever you reserve, you can easily work this section. Okay, and other advantage of a pivot table is the ability to visualize data using the pivot charts. With just a few clicks, you can create a dynamic interactive chart based on like the pivot table, and making it easier to identify trends and patterns. So you can do by clicking over here and also go to the insert tabs, use the pivot charts, and from there you can easily select it. For example, let me select the cluster column chart, then hit on the OK. Okay, so now you can visually, this is by using or just clicking over here. If I use the product B and product C, and here we have now or the visualizations with the product B and also the product C. Okay, and so the best way analyzing the data, this is the dynamic nature. If you are underlying data changes, you can easily update your pivot tables to reflect those changes. Simply refresh the pivot table. Like you go to the pivot table analyze and you use the refresh and go to give the refresh data like here. If I make something changes over here, like if I gonna make it the 5,000, this one, and hit on the OK, now move to here, it doesn't change here. But when I click over the pivot table analyze and refresh it, now you can see the changes over here. Excel automatically recalculate the values based on the updated data set. Okay, so and there you have it. There you very overview of a pivot table and their advantages, advantage in Excel. Whether you are analyzing sales data, financial report, or any other types of data set, pivot table can streamline your analysis process and help you inform decisions. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time. Welcome back, Excel enthusiasts. Today we are diving deep into the one of Excel's most powerful tools, pivot tables. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced user, understanding the structure of pivot tables is essential for efficient data analysis. So let's get started. Okay, so before we dip into the entry thesis, let's quick grasp what a pivot table is. So in a simple term, a pivot table is a dynamic tool in Excel that allows you to summarize and analyze large data set with ease. So it enables you to extract meaningful insight and change from your data safety. So like here, I have the simple data set, and with this one, we can make it as a pivot tables. And here, this is the summarize of the each product. So now let's understand the basic structure of pivot tables. Okay, so I think of it's our virtual tables are comprising rows, columns, and filters. You can find the one in the pivot table fields. Okay, so the first one, let's understand the row. So rows, it represent the original axis of your pivot tables. You can place categorical data here, such as the product name and also the dates or regions. Like here, we are using the product name, and into the row, And the next one is if we say the columns represent the vertical axis of your pivot tables. Similarly, to rows, you can place categorical data here for further segments and analysis. And the next one, we will discuss about the value. So value are the heart of your pivot tables. They represent the numerical data like here, such as the sales figure and the quantities, also the expenses. You can simply various function like sum or also like the count, average, max, minimum product, and also the move. Okay. So to this value, to D or drives inside, and the last one we have the filter. So filters allows you to narrow down your analyze based on a specific criteria. For instance, you can filter data or data range for a category or any other level or relevance parameters like here. If I choose this one into the here, now we have not this one. I can easily use this like from here. If I gonna click over here, now it's filtered out with date and we got the date. Okay, now let's jump into Excel and see how to create a pivot table from scratch. Okay, so here I have a simple data set and I want to create also the pivot tables, or I want to use this data set with like product or data product categories on sales figure. So first you need to select any cells within your data set and how should that you have that clear hitters in your data set. Now go to the insert and click on the pivot tables. So in the creation of pivot tables dialog box, ensure that the range is correct and choose here you want to place the pivot tables either new worksheet or worksheet. Okay, so here I will use this one. Then I want I can just or I will use the existing worksheet, then click over, then hit on the OK. Okay, so now that you have the masters, the basics, and here we have the blank pivot tables. And once you are created your pivot tables, it's time to customize to suit your analysis need. Okay, so drag drop from your data set into the rows, columns, and values and filters area. So like here, I can easily like the values and categories. I can easily take to the here, or you can easily take to the here our product. If I want to take to, and here we have now the simple preview tables and also explain the different arrangement to derives meaningful insight. Okay, so apply filter to focus on a specific subset of data. Like I can easily click over into the here and use the value or values fields like here. You can easily use it. Field settings to change summary functions apply for numerical data like here. I can easily use the calculated fields. You can have the difference one. You want to difference fields. Okay. So now that you have mastered the basics, let's explore some advanced feature of pivot tables. First one, we will use or make it as the grouping. So before that, I will do, let me click over here, go to here, I want to use this one, pivot tables, or here, let me use or just click over here, and here we have now this one, that if you want to make it the different groups, you can easily click over this one as groups. Okay, so by right clicking over here, use the group and it can be give you the group, and you can give here the different groups name and also calculated fields. Calculated fields enables you to perform calculation within your pivot tables. You can create custom formula based on exciting fields to derive new insights by clicking over inside to the pivot tables. Go to the pivot tables, analyze, use the pivot tables or fields and item sets as the calculated fields. You can easily add the different calculations with the different fields. Okay. So for now, moves into the pivot charts. So pivot charts provide visual representations of your pivot tables data, making it easier to interpret trends and patterns. Like you can create the pivot charts by clicking over here. The pivot charts, you can have the different pivot charts. For example, if I use the line of the columns or whatever you deserve, for example, if I use the pie charts, then hit on the OK. Now you have this one with the pie charts. So, or before that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo this one. And now you can see we have now this data set with our charts. Okay. So, and they are you have it understanding the structure of pivot table is the first step toward becoming an Excel ninja. So with the practice and exclamations, you will unlock the full potential of powerful tools. So stay tuned for more Excel tutorials. Hello and welcome back to our Excel tutorial series. Today we are going back to basics to cover some essential terminology and concept in Excel that every beginner should know. Okay. First thing first, let's talk about the basics building blocks of Excel, cells, rows, and columns. So, first one, we will use the cells. So, cells is the smallest unit of the worksheet, and this is the where you either the manipulate data. It cells identify unique combination of each columns, letter and row number, such as here. If I use this one, this is the column A, and this is the row and there. Okay. So here, if I click over here, or if I gonna click over, now you can see this is the A3 columns and the row number is here, the 3. Okay. So, and here you can easily use it. And now let's move into the row. So rows are horizontal collections of cells. So labeled with the number, like here is set with the 1, and it is relabeled here. And also the columns and the vertical collections of the cells labeled with the letter and is set with the A. So together they form a grid that makes up a worksheet. Okay. So now you can see it is like here we have this row and here this is the columns. Okay. Next up, let's discuss formulas and functions. Formulas are equations that performs calculations on values in your worksheet. So they always set with an equal sign. Okay. So for example, if you want to add the values in like cell 1 and cell B, like if I gonna click over here 10 and here the 15, I want to go this one. So I will use here the equal. Then let's select the cell and use the plus sign, then use this one plus press the enter. Okay. So here we got it the result with the equal sign. Okay. And function on the other hand are pre-built formulas that Excel provides from common texts like such as sum, average, and also the max. So like here you can find under the formula groups, or there you have the function library group, and under the function library group, here here's the gallery of the function in there, and this is you can easily use it, this one. So for example, let's say Let's start with something. If I gonna use the more the number into the here, and before that I want to use this one. Okay, now I want to add up this one and sums up this one, so I will use the sum functions. Then I can easily access the function by typing the name and just select the range and then providing the necessary argument and closing with the parenthesis. Then here we got it the result. Okay, so this way you can easily use it. Like if you want to use another function, like you can start with the equal, then right here the function's name. Like if I gonna use the average, this one, then let's select, you can do one by one with the comma, and here or you can select the range, then close it, hit on the OK. So this way you can easily use it. And here by using with the parenthesis, it can replace your formulas in there. Okay, so now let's touch on formatting. Okay, formatting allows you to change the appearance of your data to make it more visually appealing and easier to read. Okay, so for example, before that I will click over here and insert another rows. Then I just can easily, this is the data 1, and I can just say this is the data 2. I just say mention it. Then I want to format this one as like go to the from and use, before that I want to use this one as the bold, and here I will change the colors of this one. So let me select this one. So this way you can easily format it. Or if you want to make it the italics, you can make it italics over there. Okay, so it can be more readable and it can be more understandable with the formatting options. And also you can format the cells to change their format sizes, color, alignment, and more. So Excel offers a wide range of formatting options to suit your needs. So like here, if I make it, or before that I want to make it a little bit bigger, and I want to take it to the center alignment by clicking over here. And if I make it more, change the font point, here we have the different font point. Or if you want to change here the font style, selecting over here, you can the different font styles. Okay, so now lastly, let's talk about sorting and filtering. So sortings allows you to arrange your data in a specific order, such as the alphabetical or numerical, based on values in one or more columns. Like here I have a simple data set and I want to sort out this one or categorize wise, like here by using before go to, or I want to make it the category wise. So what I'm gonna do, go to the data, use the sort, and this times I will use the sort by the with the categories and use the A to J. So here now you can see we have now sorted our data. Or if you want to sort your data as with the number values, so go to the sort, and this times I will use the cells over here, and this times I will use the smallest and largest, and here we got the result with the cells information, and this is the smallest to largest. Okay, and filtering on the other hand allows you to display only the data and make the criteria, certain criteria, so hiding the list. Okay, so here by going to data types and use the filter options, now it's enable the data type. And now if you want to specify, or if you want to show up only the product, just click over here. Now you can see it shows up the product A, and rest of the data is hiding. Okay, So both sorting and filtering are powerful tools for analyzing and organizing your data effectively. So, and there you have it. These are some of the basics terminologies and concept in Excel that will help you to get started on spreadsheets journey. So stay tuned for more tutorials where we dive deeper into Excel features and functionalities. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Into this video, we are going to dive into the powerful world of pivot tables. Especially, I will show you how to create one from your worksheet data in Excel. First thing first, open up your Excel workbook containing the data you want to analyze. Here, I have a simple data set, and in my worksheet, now I will use the worksheet for the create the pivot tables here. This is the product category and also the sales amount. Okay. So to create a pivot table, click anywhere inside your data range and make sure that you have the clear headers with your data. Now that navigate to the insert tab and also click on the with the pivot or with the insert text, click on the pivot tables option on it. Okay, a dialog box will appear, so asking you to specify range of data you want to analyze. So when you click anywhere in your data, and it's automatically detect the range you want to analyze. And if you also edit it, you can easily click over here. You can easily specify your range by editing your range. Okay, so here, and also Excel usually does a good job of gauging the range based on your selections. So if it is correct, now select the place, like choose where you want to the pivot table report to be placed. You can use the new worksheet or the exciting or existing worksheet. Okay, for this tutorial, let's click over the new worksheet, then hit on the OK. So next, you will be promoted to choose where you want to like with the pivot table. So you can click on there with the pivot table, or like with the blank pivot table, you can easily select that, drag to the reference area. Okay, so these were magics happen. Simply like you can just select and drag to the there. For instance, let's say we want to analyze sales by product category. So now let's add sales amount to the values area. Excel automatically sums up the sales for each product, and now here product category, we will just select this one and through the rows area, and here we can easily found it. Okay, so and there you have it, a basic pivot table showcasing sales by a product category. Okay, so but wait, there is more. You can further customize your pivot table by applying filter, sorting, and even creating calculated fields. Okay, so here you can easily use it, like if I filter out this one with the just cloth and electronics, now you can see we have now this one. Or if you want to find out this one with the summarized values by the average, and here we got it as the average. Or if you want to summarize the value by count, so also here you can easily find out this one. Okay, and now I want to take out back to the sum summarized by, and here we have now this one. And once you are satisfied with your pivot table, you can always refresh it. If your underlying data changes, just right click anywhere inside the pivot table and selected the refresh. Okay, so now you can see we have now the update data with this one. And if you want to customize your styles by clicking over here the pivot or the design, and you can have the different styles over there. For example, I'll select this one as the simple, and we have now the appealing pivot tables. Okay, so and that's how you create a pivot tables from your worksheet in Excel. With this powerful tool, you can analyze and visualize your data like never before. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Today, we are diving into the world of pivot tables, and you can supercharge them by tapping into external data sources. Whether you are a data analyst, business professional, or just someone looking to streamline their Excel workflow, this tutorial is for you. So let's get started. Okay. So before we begin, make sure you have Excel open and ready to follow along. The first thing first, let's talk about what the external data sources are and why they are valuable for pivot table. External data sources refers to the data sorted outside of your Excel workbook, such as database, text file, web data, or other Excel workbooks. So, by connecting your pivot tables to these external sources, you can easily refresh your data and keep your analysis up to date without manual input. Okay, so instead of using external data source in your pivot tables, head over to the data tabs in Excel. Here you will find various options to input data from the external sources. So you can import data from, like here, the SQL database, Access database, or the from online or someone, or like the ORS or SharePoint, or even from the text to our CSV. For this tutorial, let's import data from CSV file. Okay, so click over here. Now I will use the data say for the cells and hit on the import. And here you have the options. So if you want to also customize this one, you can easily do it. And I will just use the load. Just click over here. Now here is loaded. And once you have imported your external data into Excel, it's time to import. Select any cell, or it's time to create pivot table. So select any cell in your data range, then navigate to the insert tabs and click on the pivot table and choose here you want to pivot table placed in there. So for example, let's select the new worksheet, then hit on the OK. So now that we have our black pivot table, so let's say we want to use per product category, and click over here and search there. We have these pivot tables. You can easily use it. So now that we have our pivot table set up, let's say we want to update with the latest data set from our external sources. Okay, Excel makes this process incredibly easy. Simply just go to the pivot table analyze and click the refresh. So Excel will automatically update to your pivot table with the latest data set from your external sources. Okay. And here we can do, let me open up the CSV file into the here. Okay. I will just click over here. Now I have this CSV file. So for example, if I take out this one, for example, into the here, now I will do this one. Then what I'm gonna do, let's go back into the here. And if I just save it, and if I wanna go back to the here, Then go to the pivot table analyze and refresh it, and here refresh this one, or here if I gonna right click over or right click over here and refresh it. Now you can see we have got the changes over here according to this data. Okay, so here according to this data, if I gonna delete it, now this one just delete it again, go back into the here and just refresh it, and again. So here we got it, this one, and before I want to save it, this one can go back to again and save it, this one, or I will just refresh it, this one. And here now you can see we have now this one. Then when I click over as the refresh, now we got the update date over here. Okay, so but what your external data sources charges frequently, and you want to automate the refresh process, so Excel has got you covered with the connection features. So head over to the data types, and here use the connections query to connections over there. Like I can use click over here and just click over to here and use the or you can use the properties, and here we have now this one here. You can set the connections of refresh automatically to specify the intervals over here. You can easily use it, this one, or here by clicking over here the connections, and you can easily find it over this option to use the refresh every hour automatically. So they are refreshed when data opening the files. Okay, so this way you can easily use it, like refresh these connections on the refresh all over here, then hit on the OK. So if you change anything in this data, so it will be changes into the OK. So, and there you have it. You have successfully learned or leverage external data sources to create dynamic and up-to-date pivot tables in Excel. Whether you are analyzing sales data, tracking inventory, or monitoring website traffic, these techniques will save you time and ensure your analysis is always accurate. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time. In today's tutorial, we are diving into the world of Excel pivot tables. Especially, we will demystify the concept of row levels and column levels and values. Understanding these elements is crucial for creating insightful pivot tables that can summarize and analyze data effectively. So let's get started. Okay, so here we have a simple data set containing sales information for different products across the various results. And to create a pivot table, we need to just select any cell into your pivot tables. Now go to the insert tabs and select the pivot tables. Okay, so once you have selected your data range, you will be promoted to choose where you want to or want your pivot table to be replaced. Let's play in the new worksheet for clarity. Okay, then hit on the OK. Now then we have our blank pivot tables. Okay, so now let's understand the three key components of pivot table: rows, levels, column levels, and values. So first one is, let's understand the rows, and you can find in the pivot table field. So the row levels determine how your data will be grouped along the rows of your pivot tables. In our example, you can use the regions as the row levels and to group selects or sales data by regions. Now you can see we have now this one. As you can see, each unique regions are now has its own row in the pivot tables by providing a breakdown of sales data by regions. Okay, and the another one is the column levels. Column levels work similarity to row levels but control the grouping of data along the columns of your pivot tables. Let's use the product into, or click over here and text to the columns as a column syllabus to segment cells but data by product types. So now each product type has its own columns, allowing us to compare cells across different product within its regions. Okay. And now let's move into the values. So values represented the numerical data that you want to analyze in your pivot tables. In our case, we will use the sales amount as our values to see the total sales each product in each regions. Just click over here. Now you can see in here in our pivot tables we have the clear information with the results or with the row columns and the values. Okay, so with the sales amount as our values, Excel automatically calculate the total sales on each product and also providing available insights at a glance. Okay, so and here you have it understanding by understanding row levels, column levels, and values. You can create powerful pivot tables in Excel to analyze your data with easy. So if you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like this one, and thanks for watching. Hello Excel enthusiasts, welcome back to our today episode. Today we are going to diving into the world of pivot table, especially focusing on filtering and sorting data. Within the whether you are a beginner or an advanced user, this tutorial will help you master the essential feature. Alright, let's get started. And I have here the simple Excel spreadsheet with some sales data. And we have already created a pivot table based on this data. Now let's see how we can filter and sort this data to gain valuable insight. Okay. So first, let's talk about the filtering. Filtering allows you to narrow down the data display in our pivot table based on a specific criteria. To apply a filter, simply click on the filter arrow next to the field you want to filter by, and here I will click on the filter arrow next to product field in there, and now I can select the product I want to include or the exclude from the pivot table. For example, I can choose to only show the data for the product A and also the product B. Then once I have made my selection, then I click OK. And the pivot table now only display data for selected product. So this is incredibly useful for analyzing specific segments of your data. Next, let's talk about sorting. Sorting allows us to arrange our data in a specific order, making it easier to identify the sortings, trends, or outlier to sort our pivot tables. We can simply click on a drop-down arrow to next field we want to sort it by, like here, or before that. What I'm gonna do, I want to use here, make it the all selection with filter now with this one. Or what I'm gonna do, I want to take now this time sales versus to the here in the this area, and this times I will select the salesperson from here, and from here I will choose choose to sort data is ascending or descending order based on the salesperson name or their respective sales figure. For example, let's select the sort descending order, and there you can now see, we have now sorted our pivot tables according to our sortings option. Okay, so here pivot tables is now instantly rearranged based on by choosing criteria. This make it much easier to identify to performance or areas that may need improvements. Okay, so and there you have it. Filtering and sorting are powerful tools that can help you make sense of your pivot tables data in Excel, whether you're analyzing sales figure, taking expenses, or anything in between. Mastering these features will take your Excel skills to the next level. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next time. Welcome back to our Excel tutorial series. Today we are diving into the workflow world of pivot tables. Especially, we will be focusing on handy features of grouping data. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced user, mastering these skills can save you tons of times and effort when analyzing your data. So let's get started. Okay. So the first thing first is you need to open up Excel and make sure that we have some data to work. So I have already prepared a simple data set containing sales information for various products over the first year. Okay. So now let's create a pivot table by selecting initials within our data set, then navigating to the insert tips and click on the pivot tables. Okay, so and here is automatically selected the range. Then I will place it into the new worksheet for clarity, then hit on the OK. Great. Now that we have our pivot table setup, let's say we want to analyze our sales setup by month. So to do this, we can simply drag the data field into the rows area or the pivot table. And as you can see, Excel automatically group by data by the year and is the month. So this is helpful, but if we want to dive even deeper and analyze sales on a weekly basis, okay. So before that, I will check the sales amount with values, or here we have now this one. Now it is used, or if you want to analyze sales on a weekly basis, so you can just right click on it on any data within your pivot tables and in group and select the group, then choose the month and week. Okay, so now here we can easily use this one as a difference way. If you want to use so month, you can easily use it the month, or I will just undo this one again, then right click over here, use the group, and here, or I can easily use as like this one with the day and months, or if you want to use the hours, you can easily use it. So for this I will use the, or I can just say this will be the month and also the quarters, this one. Then here this is starting at our ending at, so this is the automatics I want to use. So here hit turned OK, and Excel has now grouped our sales data by quarterly and the monthly. Okay, so and allow us to see trends and patterns more clearly. But what if we want to customize the grouping further? So let's say we want to group our sales data by using the, or if I gonna use this one instead of using the quarter, if I use this one as the year, so what happened instead of this one, just I can easily use the same process and use the OK. Now you can see it comes over with the yearly. Okay, okay, so you can easily use this one by clicking and make the difference groups. Okay, so now our sales is grouped by the yearly, and given us the higher level view of the performance over here. So pretty neat, right? But what if I want to group our data based on uh, specific criteria such as the product category and the product or the sales region? So Excel make this easy tool. Simply drag the desired field into the rows and columns. So I use into the columns over here. Before that, I will change this or group as the quarters. Then hit on the OK. Now I will use an Excel will also automatically group the data or data accordingly. According to here, when you use the product category, now you can see this is the different product like clothing, electronics, and use the different categories. Okay. Now you can see our sales data group by both quarter and the product category. This provides us with the valuable insight into what's the product category and promoting the best throughout the year. Okay. So, and there you have it. By mastering the art of grouping data in pivot tables, you can unlock the full potential of your Excel skills that become and data analysis as you. So go ahead and give it a try with your own data set and see what insight you can uncover. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time. Welcome back, Excel enthusiast, and today we are going to dive into the world of pivot tables and how to summarize data using functions like sum, count, average, and more. By the end of this tutorial, you will be the pivot pro or translating numbers like never before. So let's get started. Okay. First thing first, make sure your data is ready in Excel, and it could be anything from sales figure or to survey response. Once your data is set, now select any cells within your data set, head over to insert tabs on the ribbon, then click on the pivot tables and choose where you want to pivot table to be placed. For this tutorial, I will use the new worksheet. Then hit on the OK. So now that we have our pivot table set up, let's say we want to find out the total sales for each product. So easy basic, drag the product category into the rows area and also sales field into the yellows area. Okay. So now you have pivot tables, and here you have a breakdown of sales by rows. But wait, there is more. Let's say we also want to know the average sales price per category. No problem, just drag or we can easily use over here by clicking over here and use the summarize values by. Okay. And here you can easily use the average. Now you can see as the average, we have now this one. Or you can just click over here, right click, and use the value field settings. Okay. This time, use the average instead of the sum, and here, and click the OK. And there you have it. Before that, let me do it again. So I want to use this one. Okay. Or just click over into the here, then go to the here, sum of this one, use this one, use the average, then here, hit on the OK. Now you got it. This average sale price per product over here. Okay. So here you can see this is the average of our per product. So, but what if we want to know how many sales we were made for each product? Is it direct sales figure fields, and like we can easily use sales figure to here. And now this time we will use right click and use the values field settings and use the count in the values field settings, and then hit on the OK. So just like that, you can count the sales per category. Okay. So now let's judge it up a bit. What if we want to see both of the total sales or average sales price in the same pivot table? Now, so it's just to drag the sales field again into the values, and here you can easily right click over here, and this time we will use the values field settings and use the show values in there. And from here you can easily find here the difference, or like the difference from this one. Then you can find also here, this will show the difference between the total sales and the average sales price for each product category. So that's all. Click over here, that hit on the OK with the electronics in there. Just right click over here, go to the values field settings, shows values, and this time I will use the furniture. So here the difference from the furnitures. Okay, so and there you have it. You are now a pivot table wizard. So summarizing data with within the function like sum, count, average, and more in Essential. So stay tuned for more Excel tips and tricks, and thank you for watching. Today we are diving deep into the pivot tables, especially focusing on calculated fields and items. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced Excel user, understanding how to utilize calculated fields and items can greatly enhance your data analysis capabilities. So let's get started. Okay. So first thing first, what exactly are calculated fields? Calculated fields allows you to perform calculated based on data from your pivot tables. This means you can create new fields like columns in your pivot tables that are derives. They are values from existing field using formula. Okay, let's demonstrate this with an example. So we have a simple pivot table summarizing sales data by regions and also the product. Now we want to calculate the total revenue per product, taking into the account both quantity also the prices. So here how we do it. Okay, the first thing is, let's select any cell within your pivot tables. Now go to the pivot table, analyze steps in the ribbon. Okay, so click on the field and item set of then select the calculated field. Okay, so in the name field, give your calculated field as a descriptive name. Like if I type here the total revenue, let me use it, this one. And the next one is the formula. Enter the formula for the calculate revenue. So we will use this one, like the quantity inserted the fields, then multiply by the prices. Okay, so inserted this one, then click on the OK to create calculated field. Okay, so now that we have the total revenue, or here the total sums of revenue in here. Okay, we can easily find this one. Okay, now let's talk about calculated field items. Calculated items allows you to perform calculation within a specific field in your data. This means you can create new items like the row within the field based on customs calculation. Okay, so continue with our example, and let's say we want to calculate the total revenue for each product. So but we want to exclude a specific product line. So here how you can achieve that? Okay, so select the field where you want to create the calculated exam, or calculated this one, or here I will use the first one. So create the customs item, like select field, like for example let me use the or this one into the here. Then from there, right click and use the like if I wanna click over or right click over here, or you can easily find it. So if I gonna click over here, or let me use the right click over here, and this times let me select it again. So I want to subs over here. So if I just right click, use the show value as uh, like we can easily use the show value as a percentage of grand total. So we will do optionals like we can use the show value as a grand total. You can easily use it. This on a percent or grand total or whatever you want to use it. For example, I want to use like the percentage, or like I can just right click over here and this times use the show ground totals. This one, okay. Then here we found it with the ground or this one. And now right click again, any item with the field, like you can easily use it. This one, if I want to click over here and just go to the field settings, before that, let me select this one, or I can just easily use it. Let me use it again, or you can just click over here and use the file settings. And this times here we will use and go through the items. And before that, what I'm gonna do, let me do it again. Right click, use the field settings, and here we have now this one. So you can easily work over here. And now also click over here, go to the or this item this times and use your let me do it again. And I will gonna do, let me just right click over here, use the field settings. You can do by selecting, go to the here, use the calculated items, and from here, and this time add to create a new calculated fields. So give your calculated items name and enter the formula calculated values based on other items in the field. For example, this is the formula this one. Then I want to use, like I want to use this one instead items. Then I want to use the plus signs. Okay. Then again I want to insert these items. Then hit on the OK. So now that we got the result with the calculated field, okay. So use calculated fields for calculation that involves multiple fields or complex formulas. Be cautious with calculated items as they can affect overall structure and interpretations of your pivot tables. Okay. So and there you have it. You now master calculate a field and items in Excel pivot tables. These powerful features give you the flexibility to perform custom calculation and analyze your data more effectively. So go ahead and apply what you have learned to unlock new insert from your data. Uh, okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our Excel tutorial series. Today we are going to deep dive into customizing pivot table calculation. If you have ever struggled with getting your pivot tables to show exact data you need, this tutorial will help you. It's for you. Let's get started. All right, here we are in Excel, and I have already get some data loaded in, and I have created the basics pivot table from it. Now we have this data and we have this one. Let's say I want to customize the calculation in pivot table. Okay. So first thing first, click anywhere inside the pivot tables to select. This will bring up the pivot table in the Excel ribbon, and let's customize one of the values field. Let's customize one of the values field. So I click any cells with this values area, like here, just click over here with the values, then right click over here and use the value field settings. So in the value field settings dialog box, you will see a list of calculation type. The default is usually the sum, but you can change the suits your needs. So let's say I want to change it to average, okay? And here then hit on the OK. So depending on the type of calculation, you choose your, or you might have additional options to customize it. For example, average, and with the average I can choose a display the number of decimal place, or even show customs name for these fields. Okay, so you can give here the different one by clicking over here. You can give here the different name if you want to use, so you can easily use it. Or number format, you can easily use the different options with this one. Or if you want to customize custom this one, like if you want to use something like this, you can easily find out. Okay, so for example I will use this one, then hit on the OK. I can just easily press it. Now it doesn't have the decimals number over there. Okay, so once you are happy with your customization, simply you can easily OK and change the close and dialog box. Now don't stop there. Feel free to experiment with other calculation, like you can find here the different options like max, minim, and also the more. Is each calculation types offers unique insights into your business data. So lastly, and don't forget to save your work file to preserve all your hard work. So you can do by going to the file and use the save options. So you can easily choose the destination. So I do want to use, or for example, I want to use this one and give the file name and save it at the Excel workbook. Okay, then place the save, and then it will help you to save it. So, and there you have it, customizing pivot table calculation in Excel. It's now just daunting as it may seem. With just a few clicks, you can tailor your pivot tables to reveal the exact insight you are looking for. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next videos. Today, we are diving deep into the world of data analysis with two powerful tools, Slicer and Timelines. By the end of this tutorial, you will be equipped to slice your data like in Pro and create a dynamic interactive report using pivot tables in Excel. So let's get started, okay? First thing first, let's understand what Slicer and Timelines are and how they can enhance your data analysis experience. Slicer are visually filter that allows you to easily filter data in pivot table and pivot charts. Timelines, on the other hand, provide our initiatives way to filter data based data together. They make analysis and interpreting data are breezy. Okay, to begin, let's create a pivot table with this data. So first thing first, select any cell within your data, or go to the insert tabs and click on the pivot tables and choose the location for your pivot table. So for this tutorial, I will use the new worksheet, then hit on the OK. So now that we have the pivot tables, and you can easily find it. Okay. Now let's add Slicer to our pivot table. And before that, let's use this one as a different fields. So for example, I want to use into the sum into the year. And if I use this one, like with the electronics, and just click over here, we have now this data. What we can do, let me use the north or the difference one, and if I want to take this one into the columns, so here we have now the different regions in there. Okay, so let's add slicer to our pivot table. Click anywhere inside the pivot table to activate the pivot table analyze tabs. Okay, and click on the insert slicer. You can find into there a dialog box will appear with a list of fields from your data. Okay, so select the fields you want to use as filter, such as you can easily use the difference like the knob, or you can easily use the different one like the electronics over here. Then hit on the OK. So once you have added or you have inserted the slicer, you can easily select or click on the category or regions in the slicer, and like if I click over here, a pivot table will instantly update to show you only the data related to your selection. You can now easily see it and changes over our table pivot table. Okay, so this make it incredibly easily to drill down into a specific subset of your data to differ analysis. Like if I want to use only the fit furnitures, you can easily use it, electronics, clothing, or if you want to use a multiple selection, by clicking over here, we have now this one. Same way we can select the multiple selection over here, and here we go. I have this result. Okay, so now let's talk about analysis to step further by adding our timelines. If your data contains database information, timelines can be extremely useful to add the timeline. Click over here inside the pivot table and then go to the pivot to analyze, and this time let's click on the insert timeline and just select this one data and just click over here. Now we have now this one, and choose the data fit you want to use. Like here you can use it, filter your data by specify the TM period. So simply drag, you can just drag and handle on this timeline and select the range you are interested in. So like here I can easily use it, or whether you want to analyze by data, month or year, timeline make it effortless. So here you can easily click over if you want to use this one as a quarter. So here it comes with the quarters, or if you want to use this days, here we have the several days over there. Okay, so like here we have as the quarters. Finally, don't forget that you can customize the references and behavior of your slicer and the timelines to suit your preferences. So you can easily click over here. You can have the different options over here. Go to here, like with the timelines, we can have the different timeline styles over there, or you can choose the one also with the slicer. By using the slicer, you can have the different colors over there. Okay, so now you can see we have changes this one. So and there you have it. Slicer and timeline are indispensable tools for interactive analysis in Excel. By mastering this feature, you can gain valuable insight from your data with easily. Be sure to practice what you have learned about, experiment with different scenarios, unleash the full potential of pivot tables. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Today we are diving deep into the world of Excel pivot tables. Especially, we will explore advanced customizations options to supercharge your data analysis skill. Alright, so let's jump right in here. We are in Excel. I have already got a data set loaded. Now let's create our pivot tables, selecting our data, and just click over anywhere in your data, then heading to the insert tabs and just click over to the pivot tables, and it's automatically take the reins. Now I will use the new worksheet for place it, then hit on the OK. Now that we have our blank pivot table, let's customization and use the pivot fields. For example, I will use the in sales amount to the values area, then the product category. I will just select this one. Now it's come over. I will take the column sales versions. I will use to the here. Okay. So now that our pivot tables is here, and let's explore some advanced customs options. Okay. First one is the grouping data. Okay. So grouping data allow us to organize informations in more meaningful way. Let's say we have data or the dates in our data set, or I will just click over here and we have now this one. We can group them by like quarter, months or year to get a clear picture of trade over to the times. Like here, right click over here is the group, and here you can easily select this one. For example, let's use the quarters, this one. Now you can see we have the 2 quarters over there. Okay. Sometimes the data we needed is not really available in our data set. That's where calculate fields comes in handy. We can create new field based on existing data, perform custom calculation, like by clicking over here and use the calculated fields, and you can easily use here. So what you are looking for, you can easily make that different calculation with the name, and also use the formula. Okay. Sometimes also you need to use the sorting and filtering. Sorting and filtering are essential for drill down into our data. We can sort by values, labels, the customs list, and apply filter to focus on a specific criteria. For example, let's click over, use the values filter, or I can just easily click over to the here. By clicking over here, use the our sort options by using ascending or descending order. For example, I will use the descending order with the salesperson, and here we got it. Or by clicking over here, use the different level filter. So you can choose here different one, like equal to, do not equal, or values features equals or does not equals. Okay. And did you know you can change the layout of your pivot table, switching between compact and outline triple layout? We can present our data in most visually appealing way. So you can do by using the design tabs and use the different layout, whatever you deserve over here, like shows compact, or you can use the show in outlier form. Here outlier forms and show tabular form, and here now it is the tabular form. Okay. And slicer and time zones are the fantastic for interactive data analysis. Slicer allow us to filter our data analysis, like we can easily use by clicking over here, go to the pivot table analyze, insert the slicer. For example, let's select the one, or I will use the product category or salesperson, then hit on the OK. Here we have the slicer by clicking over here or selecting, and it can be help you to filter out according to with the slicer. Okay. And timeline, if you want to use by clicking, use the pivot table analyze, insert timelines, and here we have the different timelines, and you can change here as the quarters by clicking. Now you can see the changes of here. Okay. So here we have now this one. So while timings make it easy to analyze based on the data, and there you have it. Use the advanced customizations options. You can take your pivot table skill to the next level. Don't forget to practice and experiment with these features to become an Excel Pro or Excel Pivot Tables Pro. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time. Today we are diving into the powerful world of pivot charts. Pivot charts are a fantastic way to visually represent your pivot data in Excel, making it easier to analyze and understand trends, patterns, and insights. So let's jump right in. Okay. First, ensure you have your pivot table ready with your data you want to visualize. And if you want to not sure how to create a pivot table, don't worry. We have got you covered. Check out our previous tutorial on pivot tables. So once you have your pivot table set up, creating a pivot chart is easy. So here, how you do it. Okay. So step one, select initial within your table. Then stop, navigate to your insert text on the Excel ribbon. Click on the pivot charts in the chart groups. Okay. So select here. Now choose the charts like chart type you want to use for your pivot charts. So Excel offers various options like the column charts, line charts, and pie charts, bar charts, and also the more. For this tutorial, let's select the cluster column charts, then hit on the OK. So, and just like that, Excel will create a pivot charts link to your pivot tables. Now let's explore some advanced feature to enhance your pivot charts. Okay, so you can customize your pivot charts in many ways to better visualize your data. So you can do like change the chart types. Simply click on the charts and select the chart types by clicking over here. Use the design and change the chart types to show the different charts types. For example, let's select a simple pie charts, then hit on the OK. Now you can see we have now the different pie charts. Okay, and you can add or remove charts elements like the titles, legends, data tables, and access titles to improve your readability. By clicking over here, you can have our data levels, or if you don't want to use, you can easily take out, or you can change, or you can play with these charts elements. Okay, and experiment with the different chart styles and mode schemes to make your charts visually appealing. Like here under the design tabs, change the different chart styles or chart colors. And if you want to use a different chart styles, you can have the different chart styles by selecting a word there. Okay, so add use slicer to filter or filters connected to you pivot tables to dynamically filter data display on the pivot chart. So you can do by clicking over here, pivot table analyze, insert the slicer. For example, let's select the product and hit on the OK. Now we have now this one. Then if I gonna click, or you can see we have now this one, or I can just select these charts. Now you can see when I change this here, it's also connected with our pivot charts. Okay, so and double click on any data point pivot charts to drill down into the underlying data in the pivot chart or pivot table for deeper analysis. Okay, now let's talk about some ways is to create effective pivot charts. Like simple, avoid cluttering your pivot charts with the unnecessary elements. Focus on the convey, the key insight, and also the clear levels. And levels like ensure that access levels, data levels, and legends are descriptive and easy to understand, and choose the right chart types. To select our chart types, the brace represent your data highlights, the trends you want to visualize, and you can also find this one into our like chart types, or you can do by using this one, or here the keyboard pivot charts, and use the recommended charts for your best one. Okay, so if you are creating multiple keyboard pivot charts for the same data and maintain consistency, chart styles and formatting for better compositions, and also experiment, and don't be afraid to experiment with the different charts types, styles, and layouts to find out what works best for you. So, and there you have it. With the pivot charts, you can transform your pivot tables data into dynamic visualizations. That's several insights at a glance. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. This episode we are diving into the world of pivot charts, exploring how to customize them for maximum impact. Whether you're a data enthusiast or a business professional, mastering pivot charts customization can take your skills to the next level. So let's get started. Okay, first one, we are going to create a pivot table. So you need to ensure that your data is structured with the clear headers and also the categories. So, and now you select your data and then go to the insert tabs, then click on the pivot tables and choose the locations for pivot table and click on OK. So I will select the new worksheet, then hit on the OK. So now that we have the blank pivot tables, and in the pivot tables field list, drag the field you want to analyze into the row and also the values area. For instance, let's say we are analyzing sales data, and so we might drag product into the rows and all sales into the values. Okay, so with the pivot table created, click anywhere within it, then go to the insert tabs, and here use the pivot charts over here, and here choose the chart of type you prefer. For example, let's use like here this column chart, then hit on the OK. So here we have now this one. Now let's create for customizing pivot charts. So right click on the charts and like change the chart types, and if you want to use you can easily change it over here from here, or by click over here, go to the design, select the chart types, and you can have the different charts. Like for example, I will use this is the bar charts, then hit on the OK. So experiment with the different chart types to find one the best visualization your data. Now it's adjusting layout and formatting. So click on my elements of the charts, and there then use the chart design and use also the format tabs. Modify the expect like chart titles with a different one. You can easily use it. Like click over here, use format data series. You can now have the different one easily. You can change here the different one. Okay, so for example, let's select this one, or I can just select this one, and if I want to change here the specific color, I can easily change it, or by using the here go to the format, you can have the different styles by using over here. Okay, now you can see we have now the different styles, or I can change here the colors with this one. So for example, I will use this one, or you can change here Or if you want to use, you can change here the shape fill colors if you want to use it. Okay, so now, or to define your visualizations, you can add or remove fill from your pivot charts. Simply drag new files into the values area by going to here, and if I'm gonna click over before that, I am gonna just cancel it, and if I gonna click over, you can now see we have now the different one with this one. Okay, so click on the drop down menus arrows to the next field names in pivot charts. Fill this to apply filters. You can easily apply this one. Like if I'm gonna use the filter with the product B, then hit on the OK. Now we have now this one, or I will do you can easily take it to the here. We can easily make it more appealing or visualization in there. Okay, and or if you want to include datas numericals below, you can group them to create more meaningful visualization. If you have the right click over here, and also or click on the data name against field, then you can easily use the group over here. So if you have the numeric or the data sheet, now let's import to insert the slicer, and slicer provide interactive filtering options for pivot charts. With your pivot chart selected, go to the insert tab, and also you can find the slicer over here. For example, let's select the regions over here, and now we have the slicer, and if I'm going to click over now, you can see the changes of here by clicking over here. Or I can make it this one, or the here, or multiple selection with this one. You can get the difference data set with your pivot charts. Okay, and also take a moment to review your pivot chart and make any additional formatting adjustment, ensure clarity or coherence and aesthetics. Okay, and also test interactives of your pivot chart by using the slicer to filter data dynamically, and ensure that your charts respond accurately to change in filters. Okay, so, and there are you happy you have mastered the art of customizing pivot charts for affecting visualizations in Excel. Remember, the key is to tailor your chart to switch your data and audience. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next time. In today's tutorial, we are diving into the powerful vault of pivot tables. So the pivot tables are essential tool for anyone dealing with data analysis in Excel. They allow you to summarize, analyze, and visualize large data set quickly and efficiently. Whether you are a beginner or an Excel pro, mastering pivot tables can significantly boost your productivity and insights. All right, let's jump right into Excel, and here I have a simple data set containing sales information for a company. We have columns for date and product sales representative or unit sold, and also the revenue. So the first one, let's create our pivot tables. So to create the pivot table, simply click anywhere within your data set, then navigate to the insert tabs and at the top and select the pivot tables. Okay, so our dialog box will be appear asking you to confirm data range you want to analyze and make sure it's correctly selected data set. Then you can easily use the new worksheet or the existing worksheet for you can shows up the pivot table report to be placed. So for example, let's use the with the new worksheet, then hit on the OK. We now have a blank pivot table ready to be customized. Okay, so on the right hand side you will see that the pivot table field list. This is where the magic happens. Simply drag and drop to the field you want to analyze, and row and also the columns or the values area. So let's say we want to analyze total revenue by product and sales are represented. So I will drag the product field into the rows. So here, and also then sales representative use field into the columns area. Then I will drag the revenue field into the values area. Okay, so and just like that, we have a pivot table showing like before that I will just adjust the width or height, and also we have a pivot table showing you total revenue broken down by product and sales representative. Okay, so but wait, there's more. You can further customize your pivot table by applying filters, sortings, and event calculated fields to perform more advanced analysis. So now let's say we want to analyze the average revenue or the per unit sales. So we can easily create a calculator field by clicking the pivot table, analyze, and use the p field item and sets and the calculated field. So here we can enter our name for our calculation fields, and also you can find like here like we can give the name the average of, we can just say that define the name, so average, or here the average revenue, or I will just use it per unit, this one. Okay, then here we got it. Then we use the formula, define formula as revenue divided by the average unit prices. So I will do before I will just use it. So revenue, insert the field, and I will do, or I will just use it. Then this one divided by here, that unit sold, this one inserted, then hit on the OK. So and now here we got it, this one. So because of here we have the 0 for this, it gives, but which we found are also the here the define different one, we can easily find it. Okay, so and just like that, the basic overview of how to create customized pivot tables in Excel. So remember, pivot tables are incredibly versatile and can handle all sorts of data analysis, texts from simple summarize to complex insight. Okay, so I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time. Today we are diving into the world of Excel and exporting how to generate powerful reports and dashboard using pivot tables. Okay, so whether you are a beginner or an Excel pro, you are going to learn some valuable techniques to streamline your data analysis process. So let's get started. Okay, all right, so let's jump in writing. And I have already opened Excel, and I have some simple data here that we'll be working with. Now the first step is ensure that your data is organized properly. So each column should represent a different category, and each row should have a different content unique thread code. Okay, so as you can see, I have data organized into columns such as like date, product, sales, also the regions. This will make it much easier to create meaningful reports and dashboard. Okay, now let's create our pivot table. Simply select any cells within your data range, then go to the dashboard, insert tabs, and here click on the pivot tables. Okay, so here you can choose where you want to pivot table report to be placed. I will select the new worksheet, and to keep things clean, then hit on the OK. So now that we have our pivot table set up, we can start customizing it. On the right hand side, you will see the pivot table fields. This is where we can drag and drop field to analyze our data. So here we have the different fields like filters, columns, rows, and values. Okay, so let's say we want to see the total sales for each product. So I will drag the product into the rows area and the sales field into the values area. Okay, so and just like that, we have a summary of the sales by product. Okay, so but we can take this a step further by customizing a design of our pivot table. So click on our any cell within your pivot table, then go to the design tabs and just use it here. From here, you can choose a different styles. You can choose here I will use a different style over here. I can just easily use it. Okay, and even add the subtotals to further analyze your data. So you can easily use it by using this one, or you can show all subtotals over here. So or play around with this option to make your pivot table visually appealing and easy to understand. Okay, so now I'm done. Let's talk about creating a dashboard using multiple pivot tables. A dashboard is a virtual representation of your dataset that allows you to quickly assess performance and identify trends. So now to create a dashboard, simply insert the another pivot table in our dashboard and customize it to display the specific metrics you want to track. You can easily use it, or like using here the pivot tables. I will just use the existing worksheet over here. If I gonna click over here for example this way, then hit on the OK. Now I will use the sales and region. So we have now the sales and region in there. Okay, so now that we have now this one, and as we using, and now you can arrange them pivot table on a separate worksheet or add the chart graphs and slicer to create an interactive dashboard. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I want to use the pivot charts according to this one, and let me use this one. And here we have now this and here we have now this chart over here, and now you can see we have now this one. And then what I'm gonna do, I want to add slices. So click over here, use the pivot table analyze, insert the slicer, and let me use this one. Then I can easily use it over here with this one, or if you want to use another slicer, you can easily use it by clicking, or let me use the regions over here. So now that we have the two slicer over here, okay, so if I use this one, now you can see it only changes that affect only this one. Or what I will gonna do before that, I want to resize it, then once again and you can easily use it. Or we have now this one, when I change this now, you can see the changes over there. Okay, so this way you can make is the filter and make it the appearing dashboard over here. You can also make the connections with the pivot table option and use your pivot table options to connect with the or filter connections with here. If I'm gonna click over, now you can see what I using, and you now see the changes over here. Okay, so and there you have it. By mastering pivot tables in Excel, you can generate a powerful report and dashboard that will help you make informed business decisions. Remember to practice or explore different features to harness the full potential of Excel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time. Welcome back, Excel enthusiasts. Today we are diving into one of the most powerful tools in Excel, pivot tables. But we are not stopping there. We are going to explore real world examples and case studies to understand how pivot tables can revolutionize your data analysis scheme. So grab your Excel sheet and let's get started. Let's kick things off with our classic example, like sales data analysis. Imagining you are a sales manager tasked with analyzing monthly sales and data across different regions and product. So how would you tackle this? Okay, so you can easily use a simple, or like you can easily use the pivot tables, like by selecting any cells and go to the insert and use the pivot tables. And you can easily use the choose where you want to pivot table report to be placed. I will use the existing worksheet. Then I want to use it over here. Then hit on the OK. So now that we have our set our pivot tables, and in the right hand, and you will find the pivot table. Just drag to select and drag to the difference area like here. And if I want to click over with the different project with the product or over into the rows and the regions, I can easily text the or to the columns over here. Okay, so now that we have now this one, we can easily find out with the pivot table for summarizing the data. Okay, so by simply dragging and dropping fields, you can instantly see a summary of sales figure by like regions and also the product or any other relevance category. So this gives you the actionable insight into which product you are interested in performing within a specific region, and helping you make informed decision to optimizing your sales strategy. Okay, so but wait, there is more. Let's do a deeper into another scenario, like HR analyst. So suppose you are an HR manager tasked with analyzing employee performance review across different departments. How can people tables help you? Pivot tables help you. Okay, so the same way we will use like click over, use the insert pivot tables. You can use the new worksheet, existing worksheet. Okay, let's start with the new worksheet. So now I just easily use with the performance and department. I can just easily click over. So here you can see this option at the employees IDs. You can easily find out with the employees ID into the here. I can just easily take the employees ID over here. So with the pivot tables, you can easily identify the top performance department over there. Okay. So and pinpoints area for improvement, and even drill down in the individual employee performance with just a few clicks. So this not only streamline your analysis process, but also empower you to make data-driven decisions to enhance organizational performance. Okay, so and yeah, that you have been some real-world example. It's time for a challenge. I want to think of a data set you have been meaning to analyze, whether it's a financial data like marketing metrics or analyzing else. Then analyze the power of pivot table and see how they can transform your analysis process. So don't forget to share your insight in comments below. And so that wraps up our tutorials on pivot table in Excel, featuring real world example and case studies. So I hope you found this tutorial useful and helpful in mastering pivot tables for your data analysis needs. Remember, practice makes perfect. So stay tuned for more tutorials like this. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time. Today, we are diving into the world of pivot tables, uncovering the best practices for leveraging these powerful tools in various scenarios. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced user, stick around as we unveil the secret to master pivot tables. Okay, let's jump right in. First thing first, let's talk about the structuring your data. Well-organized data is set is crucial for effective pivot table analysis. Ensure your data is clean with clean header and consistent formatting. So this make it easier for more Excel interpret your data accurately. So here I have the clear data over or also the header, and I have the data over here. So once your data is organized, it's time to create your pivot table. Okay. So click on my insert within your data range, then navigate to the insert tab and select the pivot tables. Okay. Choose whether you want to pivot table or a new worksheet or an existing worksheet one. So for example, I want to work over here, then hit on the OK. Okay. So now that we have now our pivot table setup, so let's talk about with some best practice of different scenario. So I want to use this one for the scenario one, like the analyzing sales data. Okay. So hence, analyzing sales data is essential to use the right fields in your pivot table. So drag the sales amount field into the values area, and you can use the total sales over here, and then product the rows area over here, and also the regions of the columns area to break down sales by product and also the regions. Okay, so this way you can easily find it with like your total series and also the difference region and also the difference product. Okay, now let's move into the scenarios 2, and this is the checking expenses. So for expenses checking, considering grouping your data by month or quarter. So use the date field and group it accordingly to get clear picture of your expenses over time. Okay, so before that, I will use the pivot tables by using insert tabs, pivot tables, and the destinations. So I want to work over here. Now, amount I will use to the values, and categories are that I want to use over here. And categories, now you can see we have also the categories over here. You can change this one as the different group, or you can change this one. Change the field settings with the different one, with the layout and also the different one. Okay. So, and here, or you can just click over here and just right click or click over here and field settings. You can have this one as the same dialog box. Okay. So you can also use the filter to focus on a specific category or the department, like by filtering over here. If you want to use only the January, February to April, so here we have now this one. Or if I select only the January, like the February, then hit on the OK. Now you can see it comes over like this. So okay. So you can change the layout if you want to use it, or by using the filter settings, you can have the source value with the difference one. With here the calculation with the difference one. You can easily play with this one. Okay. So remember, pivot tables are highly customizable. So feel free to experiment with the different layout and options to suit your specific needs. Also, now let's move into the another example. This is the scenario 2 of scenario 3. So employee performance, when evaluating employee performance, use the fields in the right. If I use this one with the insert pivot tables and existing worksheet, now I want to work over here, and also an employees and also sales revenue, or you can easily use it here. Like if I'm going to click over here, we have now this one employees names over here and sales revenue. You can easily find over, or you can easily text the sales into the values. Okay, so you can apply the conditional formatting to highlighting top performer areas that needs improvement, and you can do like here, select this one, go to these home tabs, and this times use the conditional formatting. Like if you want to use the highlight, get help down, let me use. If I want to click over here, or you can save the difference or the values. So for example, I can use this one, or if you want to show this one as a top 10s, you can easily do it by right clicking over here, and now you can see the difference of them, or by clicking over here you can have the difference. Like here we have the different skills or tops or whatever. Like if I want to use the top 10 or top 10, or if I gonna say this will be top 5s over here, and now you can see we have the top 5s selected with this one. Okay, so this way, or with the conditional formatting, you can easily highlight you are in your pivot tables. Okay, so feel free to experiment with different layout options to fit your specific needs. So, and there you have it. By following these best practices, you will be equipped harness the full potential of pivot tables in Excel. Thanks for watching. Today we have an exciting topic lined up: tips for handling large data set in Excel. So, if you have ever found yourself drawing in data, so frank not, we have got you covered. Let's get started. Alright, so let's jump right straight into it. And large data set can be or any team hiding, but with the right techniques you can navigate through them like a pro. So here are some tips to help you tackle this massive spreadsheet. Okay, so the first, optimize your worksheet. So remove any unnecessary formatting like the blank row and also the column. So this is not only reduce file size, but also makes navigating the spreadsheet much easier. Like I can easily use this one, then delete it. Right click over here, and I just easily delete it. Now you can see. So it also helps us to make the clean data sets over here. Now by cleaning up your worksheet, you will improve performance and make it more manageable. Okay, and also now move into another tips like the Excel tables. So Excel tables are a powerful feature for managing large data set. So they automatically expand more recommended new data and provide built-in sorting and filtering options. Like here, I can easily use this one and make it so I can just use the Control T, and now you can see is pop up with the create tables and dialog box by clicking over the okay. Now you can see we have now this is the, or we can say this is the. Now if I use the this one, now you can C is automatically adjust with with these tables. Okay, so now if you want to filter out this one or sorting out, you can easily use it. Like if I filter out with only the electronics and the furnitures, and here we have this one, or if I use only the for electronics, then it turned okay. Now that we have the electronics and we can easily filter out, or if you want to sort out this one by using the arrow and use the sort A to Z. So now you can see is sorting as the ascending order. So a table makes it easier to work with a large data set by organizing your data effectively. Now I just select over here, let me use it. Then here we have now the all data, and also next you can use the pivot tables, like utilize the pivot tables. So pivot tables are your best friend, and when it comes to analyze large data set, they allow you to summarize and analyze data quickly and effectively. So here you can now see we have the electronics and the different products you can easily use in the pivot table. So by clicking, or you can easily find out the total sum, and this is the categories or the product by using the pivot tables. Click anywhere in the pivot tables and go to the insert tabs. Use the pivot tables. For example, I will use a new worksheet, then hit on the OK. Now, if I going to click over the total price and use the product, or I can easily use the categories. So if I gonna take the categories to the here, now you can see it is a different categories like furniture. It is total sum of this one, and this electronics total sums up this one. Okay. With this pivot tables, you can gain valuable insight from your data without getting lost in the number. Okay. Now let's go to here, and also the data validations is crucial when dealing with large data set to ensure data accuracy and consistency by setting the validation rules. You can control which data is entered into your spreadsheet. Like if you want to use here like or if you make it as a drop down list with the categories, you can easily use it. Like here by selecting this word, and this times go to the data types and go to here, use the data relations and use here with the a list. And if I'm going to click over and choose if I use the something like with the electronics or furniture, this one, then hit on the OK. Now I can easily use this one as like the furniture or the electronics very easily. So you cannot use the another categories. Like if you want to use something like this, is to it will give you the error message over here. Okay, so that habitations helps it prevents error and maintain the quality of your data set, like here. And if you want to make also the whole number over here, if you want to use the question is not more than 25 or it's not less than 25, you can easily use your data over here. Okay, and when your data set is exist, Excel limits consider using external data connections. This allows you to retrieve data from database, website or other sources directly into the Excel. Okay, so external data connection enable you to work with the data sets that are too large to handle within Excel alone. And there you have it. With these tips, you will be well equipped to handle even the largest of data set in Excel. Don't let big data or intermediate you to embrace it and unleash the full potentials of Excel. So and I will see you in the next time. Today we are diving into a common pain points of many Excel users, troubleshooting this facial error issues that can pop up while working with your spreadsheet, whether you are a beginner or an experienced user. In answer, you have encountered some Excel errors at one point to another, but fear not, we have got it covered with some practical solutions to help you troubleshoot and resolve these problems. Issues quickly, so let's jump right in, okay? Let's talk about one of the most common error in Excel, the Reddit, or we can say the references error. So this error occurs when a cell reference is not valid, usually because our references cell has been deleted or removed. So to fix this, simply locate the cell or causing the error and update the references to point to the correct cell. So you can do this by editing the formula directly or by using the trace dependent. You can find the trace dependent into the formula types, and here you will find this one. So here you can see the options is over. So what gonna I do? I can easily, before that, I can just click over, and if I use the references this one, and now you can see it can be found out over here, or also by dependence or trace dependence, you can easily find out changes or whatever you want, or these features identify the source of the errors. Okay, so here updating the formula in like the cell which to or to correct the reference error caused by the deleting like something we have used. Okay, and also sometimes you may find the difference error message like, if do I have this one, use the 0, and now if I gonna just divide it this one by 0, and here we got it this error. So you can easily handle this one by using or you can easily use the bullet formula, and here you find the tables like here the source, or you can find the what it can be used. So evaluate it so you can find it. So what you have done in there, okay, by using, or you can easily use or correct, or before that you can also use the difference or the functions, like if I say is error or if error this one. So here we have now these values. Then what I'm gonna do, I will to use the if error, you can say the let me use the divided by 0 I want to use. So or here I just want to dividing by 0. Okay, so this one and closing, then hit on the OK. Now you can see it's pop up with our message we used for with the if error functions. Next, let's address another common issues, Excel formulas not calculating correctly. If you are seeing unexpected results on errors in your calculations, it could be due to a variety of reasons, such as the incorrect formula, sentence formatting issues, or circular references. To troubleshoot this, double check your formula, any errors types, so ensure that cell references are correct. Okay, check for any circle references that may be causing the calculation, or here the calculation error. So like here you can use the evaluate or the formula tools to step through the calculation process and identify any errors over here by using this one. Okay, so this way you can easily use it, and by using the bullet formulas tool, you can step-by-step calculations process and pinpoint where the errors is occurrence. And moving on, let's tackle another common frustrations, Excel phrasing or questions. So this can happen for a variety of reasons, like such as the large file size, or also insufficient memory or conflicting adds in the to troubleshoot these issues. Try closing all the files, any unnecessary application or files to free up memory. Disable any unnecessary ads in ensure that your actual software is up to date. You can also try opening the problematic file in safe mode, which disables in the custom settings separate to help isolate these issues. You can have the different one with the options, and you can see here is the access. You can easily work with this one with the add-in functions, and you can disable the different applications. Okay, so by opening Excel in safe mode, you can troubleshoot potential issues caused by the conflict X or in our custom settings. Okay, so lastly, address one more common problem in Excel: file corruptions. If you have or if you are unable to open a workbook or experienced unexpected error, it could be due to file corruption. Fortunately, Excel includes builds into tools to help repair corrupted files. Simply open the Excel and navigate to the file tags. Then use the open and here choose the or like here browser open over here and like here, and to locate the correct file, and you can easily click over if I want to click over, and we have now this one. And if you have the corrupted files, yes, you can use the open and repair from the drop down menu to attempt to repair the file. So if this doesn't work, you can easily try using external from files recovery software to restoring from backup if available. So by using the open and repair feature in Excel, you can attempt to fix corrected file and retrieve your data. So, and there you have it, some practical tips for troubleshooting common issues and errors in Excel. So remember, while Excel can be a powerful tool, it not be immune to occasionally or escape. So, but armed with these troubleshooting techniques, and you will be better equipped to tackle any changes that comes your way. So, thanks for watching.